It starts with laughter echoing through the mall's deserted parking lot. Eli holds up the camera, his voice brimming with a forced kind of energy. He calls it reverse robbing, the world's first viral act of fake kindness. Ty dances in the cold air, tossing bills like confetti while Maya films from the shadows, her breath slow and visible. But there's something different about tonight. Maybe it's the wind, maybe it's Liam's quiet voice asking why they need to pretend to be kind at all. Eli shrugs, saying it's just content, that people love irony. Yet beneath his smile, guilt flickers like the dying light above them. When the automatic doors hum open, Maya lowers the camera for a second. Her voice is soft, more a thought than a sentence. What if this prank isn't a joke at all? What if tonight decides who we really are? Inside the store, the fluorescent lights hum like bees. The aisles are half empty, the air thick with cleaner and loneliness. Ty jokes too loudly, tossing bills into cereal boxes. Eli films every move, his laughter strained, echoing against the shelves. Maya trails behind, recording but silent, her eyes drawn to the older woman at the checkout counting coins, shoulders heavy. Eli nudges Ty to look. Another target for their kindness. They plan to sneak cash into her cart, make her smile for the camera. But when the woman wipes a tear before turning away, something in Eli's laughter dies mid-breath. Maya zooms in without thinking, the image trembling. She feels it first, that this isn't content anymore. This is real life breaking through the performance. They hide behind a shelf, whispering plans. Ty says it'll go viral. The crying mom who finds money in her bag. Eli forces a grin, but his eyes keep drifting toward her face. Sarah moves slowly, scanning each price tag, setting one item aside after another. Maya's hand trembles around the camera. When Eli finally steps out, pretending to browse, his voice falters. He slides a folded bill into Sarah's cart and turns away. But her voice stops him. She thanks him softly, without even looking up, as if she knows. And for the first time, the camera captures not a prank, but a moment too human to label. Sarah reaches the checkout. The cashier scans items, the total flashing higher. She hesitates, ready to put things back, then finds the bill. Confusion first, then disbelief. Her lips tremble as she whispers something the mic doesn't catch. Maya lowers the camera, her eyes burning. Eli turns away, his chest heavy. Ty stops joking. For a long moment, no one speaks. They just watch as Sarah finishes paying and leaves, clutching the bag to her chest like a secret. The automatic doors close behind her with a sigh that sounds almost like peace. Outside, the night feels softer. Eli turns off the camera. For the first time, he doesn't care about uploading. Ty asks if they'll still post it, but Maya shakes her head. Some things, she says quietly, aren't meant for views. Liam tugs at his brother's sleeve again, asking if what they did counts as kindness. Eli kneels, resting the camera in his little brother's hands. He says maybe kindness is real only when no one's watching. The parking lot hums with crickets and quiet. Somewhere, the neon sign flickers once, then steadies. By morning, the world knows. Eli wakes to hundreds of notifications. The video uploaded by Ty without asking. The title screams, "We caught a real-life angel." The thumbnail shows Sarah crying at the register. Eli scrolls through comments, hearts, hashtags, praise, but all he feels is the weight of what they stole. That moment wasn't theirs to share. Maya storms into the garage, her voice shaking, asking how he could let it happen. Ty defends himself, saying people need hope, that kindness going viral is still kindness. But Eli sees Sarah's face every time he closes his eyes and knows it isn't that simple. Fame doesn't feel like light. It burns. The video hits 1 million views by noon. News outlets repost it, calling them teen heroes. Teachers stop them in hallways. Strangers send gifts. Eli walks through school surrounded by praise that feels hollow. At lunch, Ty laughs about sponsors and interviews, but Maya barely eats. She tells Eli that I've taken something sacred and turned it into noise. Her voice trembles, not from anger but sadness. Eli can't meet her eyes. Somewhere deep down, he knows she's right. When his phone buzzes again, it's not a comment. It's a message request. From Sarah Dorsey. Eli opens Sarah's message alone in his room. No anger. Just a few words. Can we talk? I think you meant well. He stares at it for a long time, then drives to the grocery store that night. Maya insists on coming, though she says nothing during the ride. The parking lot looks the same, yet heavier, as if memory itself lingers in the air. When Sarah arrives, she's not what Eli expected. No confrontation, no fury. Just tired eyes and a gentle voice that asks him why he filmed kindness instead of living it. Eli can't answer. Maybe because he didn't know how until now. They sit on the curb together. No cameras, no script. Sarah tells them about losing her job, about nights spent skipping dinner so her kids could eat. Eli listens, really listens, for the first time. Maya asks if Sarah wants the video taken down. Sarah shakes her head. It helped me, she says softly. Someone sent help because of it. Maybe your mistake wasn't posting it. Maybe it was thinking it was just a joke. The rain starts again, light and forgiving. Eli finally breathes. The prank that was supposed to make people laugh had somehow made them feel. And maybe that was enough. Later that night, Eli returns home. Ty waits outside, pacing. He asks how it went, but Eli doesn't answer right away. Instead, he holds up the camera, presses play, and shows Ty the unedited footage, the moment before everything changed. Ty watches in silence, the usual grin gone. We didn't make kindness, Eli says quietly. We just caught it by accident. Ty nods slowly. For the first time, he looks small, almost lost. Inside, Liam watches from the window, smiling faintly. Maybe this is how change begins, not with perfection, but with one mistake that makes people care again. 2 weeks later, the video has become a movement. Schools, talk shows, even brands use their clip to sell acts of kindness. Eli feels trapped in a story he never meant to write. He watches edited montages where his voice is replaced by upbeat music and captions about hope. Ty soaks it in. Bragging about offers, Maya walks out of interviews halfway through. During a live stream, Eli reads a comment. Kindness is just marketing now. He closes the laptop midstream. The silence that follows feels cleaner than applause. For the first time, he admits to himself that what began as a prank became real. But now it's been stolen by the world. He vows to take it back. They meet in the school auditorium after class, the place empty and echoing. Eli tells them he wants to delete the channel. Ty laughs, thinking it's another joke, but Maya nods immediately. Eli explains that what went viral wasn't them. It was Sarah's pain, repackaged. Ty argues that it inspired millions. Maya cuts in softly, saying inspiration isn't ownership. The argument escalates until Eli shouts, his voice bouncing off the stage curtains. If kindness is real, we don't need an audience. The silence afterward feels like truth. Even Ty can't find a joke to break it. Later that night, Eli and Maya drive to Sarah's neighborhood. They bring no camera, no plan, just the truth. Sarah opens the door before they knock, as if expecting them. Her home is small but warm. Children's drawings cover the walls. Eli apologizes, stumbling over his words. Sarah listens quietly, then smiles, saying forgiveness isn't something people earn. It's something they learn to accept. She tells them her kids watch their video every night, not because of the fame, but because it reminds them people care. Maya glances at Eli. Maybe this, finally, is what kindness looks like, something that grows after the noise fades. The next day, Eli makes a final video. No music, no edits. Just him, speaking honestly to the camera. He confesses everything. That it began as a prank. that he didn't deserve the praise. He thanks Sarah for teaching him that real kindness doesn't need proof. When he uploads it, there are no jump cuts, no laughter, no filters. Just truth. Maya watches from across the room, silent but proud. Ty stands in the doorway, hands in his pockets, unsure but listening. For once, the red recording light feels pure. Not a symbol of performance, but of release. The video doesn't go viral. It doesn't need to. A few thousand people watch, some comment, most move on. But those who stay feel something honest. Weeks later, Eli and Maya visit Sarah again, this time with Liam. They help her fix a broken step on her porch, then share dinner inside while the kids laugh in the background. No one films it. No one needs to. Eli realizes this. The quiet, the laughter, the shared smallness is the real ending. Not the one with views, but the one with peace. Sometimes the kindest moments are the ones the world never sees. Eli's confession spreads slowly. And not everyone forgives. Online voices call it manipulation, claiming his apology was just another stunt. Comment sections turn cruel. Ty reads them aloud, laughing it off, but his laughter sounds hollow. Maya tells Eli to stop checking the numbers, that redemption doesn't need statistics. Eli tries to listen, but each headline feels like an old wound reopening. The kindness they once captured now feels corrupted again, twisted into debates and cynicism. Late that night, he scrolls past one quiet message from an unknown name. "Thank you for reminding me that kindness isn't dead." He stares at it for a long time, finally exhaling. Maybe that's enough. The school begins to treat them differently. Teachers speak with awkward pride. Classmates whisper behind lockers. Ty avoids the cafeteria. Maya deletes her social media. Eli spends lunch outside, watching clouds drift like restless thoughts. That's when a stranger approaches, a man in worn clothes, who says he recognized them from the video. He explains how it made him visit his estranged sister after years apart. Eli listens quietly, unsure what to say. The man just smiles and walks away. Maya finds him later and says softly, "Maybe kindness doesn't belong to us. It just passes through." Eli looks up at the sky, feeling lighter. Ty shows up at Eli's house one evening, eyes red, his bravado gone. He admits that fame felt like control, but now he feels invisible. He says he misses laughing without needing a camera to prove it. Eli listens, remembering all the nights they planned chaos in this same garage. Maya joins them, bringing old photos from before the channel. They sit on the floor, remembering who they were before views replaced meaning. For the first time in months, they laugh honestly. The sound isn't loud or viral. It's human, the sound of friends returning to themselves. A week later, Sarah invites them to her home for dinner. When they arrive, her kids greet them with drawings, each picture showing the grocery store, the cart, and 3 teenagers drawn with bright halos. Eli almost cries. They eat simply, talking about nothing grand. Favorite colors, summer plans, old music. Afterward, Sarah tells Eli she found a new job at a community center. She says people started donating because of the video, but she wants to help others now, not be helped. Eli smiles, realizing the story kept growing without him. Quietly, naturally, beautifully. Kindness had found new hosts. After dinner, they walk outside together. The night air feels forgiving. Sarah's kids wave from the porch, their laughter trailing like light. Eli looks at Maya and Ty and says maybe they should keep making videos. But this time, for real. No scripts, no setups, just moments that matter. Maya smiles and agrees. Ty nods, quiet for once. As they drive away, Sarah watches their car disappear down the road, her reflection merging with the stars in her window. She whispers to herself, "They're good kids." And for the first time in a long time, she believes it. Spring arrives with new light. The air feels lighter, even the streets softer. Eli, Maya, and Ty start their new project. Not a channel this time, just a promise. They walk through town, filming small, unplanned acts of kindness, holding doors, helping with groceries, picking up litter. They blur every face they film, leaving the focus on the gesture, not the person. For once, the camera isn't a shield, it's a witness. Maya edits quietly in her room, her touch gentle, leaving silences intact. Ty narrates with sincerity that surprises even him. Eli watches the footage, small kindnesses stitched together like a heartbeat, and whispers, "This is what it should have been all along." The new video doesn't explode online, it grows quietly. Viewers comment less but write more. One says it made them call their parents. Another left lunch on a neighbor's doorstep. Eli reads each message slowly, his expression calm. The absence of fame feels like freedom. Maya says it's strange how silence can sound like gratitude when you finally listen. Ty laughs, calling it low-key beautiful. They stop chasing numbers. They just live, record, give. Sometimes Maya forgets to hit record, and Eli tells her not to worry. If it happens, he says, the world remembers, even when cameras don't. They visit Sarah again, this time with their finished short film. She watches quietly from her living room, her children lean against her. The screen glows on their faces, strangers helping strangers, hands offering, eyes soft. When it ends, Sarah's daughter whispers, "They're the nice people." Sarah hugs them all before they leave. "Keep doing this," she says, "but never forget why you started." As they walk to the car, Eli turns to Maya and Ty. "We didn't start it," he says. "She did." And for once, they all agree. That summer, Eli volunteers at the same grocery store where everything began. He stocks shelves quietly, smiling at customers who don't recognize him. Maya starts mentoring kids in photography at a community center run by Sarah. Ty organizes local cleanups using humor to draw volunteers. None of it is filmed. They've learned that the best stories can't be captured. They're lived. On a warm evening, they meet at the old mall parking lot, sitting on the curb where it all began. The same streetlight hums above them, but this time its flicker feels like a heartbeat, not a warning. Later that night, Eli walks alone toward home, camera in hand. He doesn't film. He just holds it, feeling its weight, not of guilt anymore, but of memory. Passing by the grocery store, he sees Sarah locking up. She waves. He waves back. The world feels steady again, not perfect, but kind enough. He whispers a small thank you to the quiet street, to the wind, to the mistakes that led him here. And for the first time, the camera's red light stays off. The story keeps going. Unseen, unrecorded, beautifully real. A month passes before Eli realizes strangers have started doing what they once only filmed. The grocery store keeps a small bulletin board now. Notes from people who helped or were helped. Maya visits to photograph it, each message a heartbeat in ink. Someone paid my bus fare. A kid found my dog. Thank you. Ty jokes that they've gone offline viral, but Eli sees something deeper. Proof that goodness repeats itself quietly, like ripples after a stone. They don't own this wave, they just started it, and the world decided to keep it moving. One evening, Maya's new photography class meets in the park. She gives her students an assignment: capture someone helping without asking. The kids scatter with borrowed cameras, giggling. Among them, a shy boy photographs his father fixing a stranger's bicycle chain. When he shows Maya, she tells him that's what real storytelling is: seeing love before anyone performs it. That night, she edits their pictures and realizes every frame glows with the same light she once chased through lenses. Except this time, it isn't artificial. It's lived. Ty volunteers at a weekend cleanup near the river. He cracks jokes while hauling trash bags, but his laughter sounds lighter now. When a little girl drops her water bottle into the mud, he wipes it clean and gives it back with a grin. Her mother thanks him quietly, saying she recognized him from that kindness video. For once, Ty doesn't feel embarrassed. He just shrugs and says, "Guess it worked." Later, watching the sunset ripple across the river, he realizes the world changed him more than he ever changed it. And that's exactly right. Sarah's life changes too. Her new job at the community center blossoms. People call her the Kindest Lady. She laughs at the title but carries it gently. One afternoon, Eli drops by to help paint a mural. As they work, Sarah tells him she used to think kindness meant charity, but now she knows it's courage, the daily choice to believe in better. Eli nods, brush steady, paint streaking across his sleeve. He feels something anchor in his chest, a quiet, enduring purpose that no camera could ever frame. That night, all of them gather at the park where Maya taught her class. They watch the city lights shimmer across the skyline. Eli says the strangest thing about kindness is how it echoes. You never hear the full sound, only the fading warmth it leaves behind. Maya adds that maybe the echo is the point. It reminds you you're part of something larger. Ty tosses a pebble into the pond, laughing softly. The ripples spread outward, catching moonlight. No cameras, no applause. Just the echo, moving on to someone new. 5 years pass. The old prank video still drifts somewhere online, but no one talks about it anymore. What remains are the people it reached. Eli, now finishing college, visits the community center every weekend. He mentors kids in filmmaking, teaching them not about lenses or edits, but about honesty. Maya studies photojournalism. Her work appears in small magazines full of quiet stories. Ty travels, running volunteer workshops that mix laughter with purpose. They've scattered, but each carries the same pulse. Proof that one night of mistakes turned into a lifetime of meaning. Sarah still works there too. Her children have grown, their drawings replaced by framed photos of volunteer groups. One day, she tells Eli she's been invited to speak at a conference about community healing. She laughs nervously, saying she's just a mom who got lucky. Eli reminds her that luck had nothing to do with it. It began with courage. Sarah smiles and says, "No, it began with a mistake that someone chose to fix." Their laughter fills the hallway, soft and familiar. Sometimes redemption doesn't announce itself. It just keeps showing up for work. Maya's latest project takes her abroad to photograph small acts of kindness across cities. One evening, she sends Eli and Ty a photo. A stranger giving bread to another. No faces, just hands. They reply with a single heart emoji each. No words needed. Later that night, Maya writes in her journal that the world feels enormous yet connected, stitched together by invisible moments. People rarely notice. She realizes the story that changed her life never truly ended. It just multiplied everywhere. Ty's life surprises everyone. He starts a small foundation funding youth projects, naming it The Ripple. When reporters ask why, he tells the story honestly, no filters, no dramatics. "We thought we were making content," he says. "Turns out we were just learning to care." At the launch event, Eli and Maya join him on stage. The crowd applauds softly, but Ty only looks at his friends. "Guess the prank finally worked," he jokes, voice breaking. They laugh, and the sound feels like home. Years later, Eli walks alone through the same parking lot where it all began. The store is still there, though the sign is new. He pauses under the old streetlight, now steady, no longer flickering. He closes his eyes and remembers laughter, fear, and the spark that started everything. A breeze moves through, carrying the sound of children from the nearby park. He smiles, whispers a small thank you to the past, to forgiveness, to the echo that never stopped moving. Some acts end. Kindness doesn't.